All right. So we just reviewed Bruce Lee, Dragon the Bruce Lee story for Dragon Month, and it had so many dragons in it, you wouldn't believe it. But it got me on a Bruce Lee kick a little bit. So I watched, and I kind of briefly touched on it in the episode proper. I had watched The Big Boss, his first like leading role movie. He has like a interesting filmography of doing like all sorts of stuff. Anyway, this is a 5 minute review, but so the first movie is kind of goofy and it's all right. And so I watched his second movie, which is called Fist of Fury. So I need to mention in America, the first movie was called Fists of Fury. And this movie is called Fist of Fury. And apparently there's some naming mix up. I don't really know, but it makes it confusing. But anyway, I watched Fist, singular, of Fury, 1972, starring Bruce Lee. And same director, I think, as Big Boss. And this is way better. Like, this is the movie that you want when you want to watch a Bruce Lee movie. I think that this is what you get into. Again, this is only my second true Bruce Lee movie I've watched. And this one just kicks ass. Because Bruce Lee doesn't waste any time. And in the first movie, it took a little while to get going. And because he has like a oath of not kicking ass, which, why do we do that? Now, granted, this is super early in the martial arts film lineage, but martial artists shouldn't have an oath to not kick ass in movies. That's what we want you to do. And in this movie, he has no problem whipping ass. He beats up a whole dojo. He beats up some like racist guys. Speaking of racism, they do blackface in this movie too, which, I'm not going to add any more comment to, but apparently it wasn't just Americans. Everyone's, I don't know, but it's there. But that aside, let's put that to the side and then talk about the fact that he kicks so much ass in this movie. So I get it now, right? As someone who is a self-proclaimed, Van Damme fan, and Bruce Lee fans will scoff at people who like Van Damme probably. But Bruce Lee is so fast, and it sort of goes without saying. But he kicks ass, and the martial arts alone is what you come for. The story is a little confusing because it's two dojos basically battling. Now, one is a Japanese dojo, and the other is a Chinese dojo, and that's enough to just create a void that can't be topped. There's a lot of racism going on, maybe xenophobia. I don't know. I'm not that smart. But that's enough for them to rival each other. And they're debating over whether Japanese martial arts are better or whatever the hell, Chinese is better. Even this is something I don't know. And I don't want to add any other commentary to it. But I do have to say it's in the movie, so it lends the question. There's a scene in this movie. So there's a Japanese guy in Bruce Lee's school thing that he's got on his team, that they're all Chinese, and he sees him without his shirt on, and the camera zooms in on the nipple, and he's like, oh shit, you're Japanese. Could you tell if someone is Japanese by their nipples? I don't know, but I want to know now. I need to figure this out. But that's in here. So the whole plot is like they infiltrate, kill Bruce Lee's master because they have this inside man. And so Bruce Lee goes on a killing spree. Like, fucking with Bruce Lee's master was a mistake. He kills everyone. And some of the kills are so awesome in that they're like, he just punches a guy in the stomach so hard that he just dies. Internal bleeding, all of that. He fights another guy who's like a white guy, and the mustaches in this movie are out of control. You got to see the mustaches. And that fight's really good, but they do a lead up. This is what I love about martial arts movies, where like they build up the guy. So they build up this white guy as being super strong, like he's driving nails into wood and he's bending pipes and shit and wrapping around his arm, and everyone's impressed. And you're like, Bruce Lee's going to fight that guy. Bruce Lee just kicks this guy's ass. He kicks everyone's ass. He doesn't really get in a lot of trouble, which is awesome. The other thing I like about this, Bruce Lee's character as Chen, is that the character just takes everything. He's almost like Batman, but not really. Like, he does disguises and stuff, and then like he cuts their phone lines and then dresses up as the phone man and goes in and fixes his phone lines, I guess, as a way to spy, but he doesn't really get that much intel other than, I guess, wanting to see what the property looks like. And which I thought was weird. I thought it'd be funny if he was just annoying them by breaking their phone lines and fixing it. Anyway, but this is good stuff. If you don't know what the deal with Bruce Lee is, this is a good one. I'm going to try to watch the rest of his movies, at least the mainline ones he came out when he was alive or that he actually was there present for. But I do wholeheartedly recommend Fist of Fury. You have to get past the dubbing. There is some campiness, but it's good stuff. And the martial arts alone is excellent. And this is why Bruce Lee is the man. That's why he's Bruce Lee.